other students from St Leonard's here, Claudia Smith and Claire Boyle.
We're United students from St Leonard's College here to talk to you about living sustainably, how the school promotes this, what we, our families and ourselves do to be sustainable.
We will also be talking about our Q program, which focuses on 3 subjects: community, urban and environment. Our environment component teaches us lots about being sustainable. But first I'll let Claudia tell you about what we are doing to create a sustainable lifestyle.
We are all aware that to ensure our future generations don't have to correct our mistakes and ignorance of caring for the environment is to make small sacrifices and efforts. Some simple things that you can do, that both Claire and I as families do as well, is to correctly sort out our recyclables, set up a compost bin, turn off all switches at the power point when not in use, switch off the lights when you're not in the room, and limit the amount of time you spend in the shower. If you get a lift to school or drive to work, try walking or riding a bike instead. And if the distance is too far, maybe catch a bus or a train as an alternative. If you're willing to put in some extra effort, other great ideas to help create a sustainable life is to have solar panels installed, use water from your own water tanks, and install solar-powered turbines at your farm, if you have one.
Going to a big school and being busy with many different subjects and co-curricular activities can distract you from the importance of caring for our environment. But fortunately for us and the other students at St Leonard's College, our school provides helpful and beneficial education and awareness about sustainable living. St Leonard's College also has a great recycling program with paper recycling boxes in every classroom. Each year our school promotes Walk to School Day, which is a national day where each student is to walk or ride a bike to school instead of being driven.
The Q program consists of 3 components: community, urban and environment, as Claire mentioned before. The program consists of a whole day, every second Wednesday, totaling for 5 day outs per section per term. The community section focuses on maturing Leonardians and educating us about less fortunate people and helping others in Melbourne. We are sent to places that specialise in the area of disabled children and adults, elderly care, cafes, op shops, primary schools, etc. The urban domain is focused on Melbourne's cultural diversity and the development of our city. We are educated about homelessness, pollution, the significance of our city and our visible future, and how we can improve what we are currently doing in order to create a better lifestyle for the generations to come.
Lastly is the environment component, where students are thoroughly educated on today's environmental and sustainability issues in Australia, which will have already affected our population. On the first QDA, we went to series, a centre set out to educate students of all ages on how our current way of life is affecting the planet, what e-waste is, and how Melbourne is powered. Second day out, we went to the Eastern Water Treatment Plant, where we were taught all about recycling water, the process our water goes through as it is cleaned, and what we should and shouldn't put down the drain. The next Q day out, we went to Ricketts Point down in Beaumaris, and for the start of the day, we went out on a walk along the beach, collecting all the rubbish that we saw, and then we went to a sand dune and pulled out all of the weeds. Later on during this session, we went out on a bike ride around the area and discovered new things about the land. And to finish off the day, we went canoeing and learned all about marine sanctuaries. For our final environment day, we went down to Portsea. For the beginning of this day, we went on a mountain bike ride around the coast. We learned many environmental and historical facts, and to finish off the day, we went snorkeling with the seals and furthered our knowledge on marine sanctuaries. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Does anyone have any questions for either Claire or Claudia? Okay.
Tell us about, no, I was going to ask her to, it's my daughter, so I was going to ask her to tell us about Blue Farm, which is actually what they normally call the treatment plant.
Well, do you want to talk about it?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So you've been asked a question, so I guess you can respond.
Well, so pretty much with the Q program, right now,
I'm doing urban, so I'm travelling all over the city.
and I'm doing environment right now. And so I went to the farm last week, and pretty much we just went through like all the different stations and the thing that they do, and kind of like sort how they take out the solid and all that stuff. It was interesting. And then we went down to one of the local oceans and we like where it was, I forgot what it was called, but it was where there were a lot of surfers. I'm not sure, but and they were just talking about the things that have kind of like toxics and stuff that have like made their way into the water, and we're just talking about how they're like got a new plan to, and they're investing money into fixing and cleaning it all up.
Is it very smelly?
Yeah. When you go to the poo farm, you actually like go into the room and you kind of see it being like processed, and like you go in and like you don't expect it to be as bad as it was. Like I kind of felt sick like in every part of my body. I kind of wanted to stay because it just like made me cherish everything outside so much more. And yeah, it was quite smelly. Yeah.
The toxins in the water with the surface are just to try and put the two of you off surface. Down at Werribee, they collect the methane gas and use it to power part of the Werribee plant. Did you go to Werribee or
We went to like the one that's like covers like the southern, eastern suburbs. We didn't go to wherever
You did see, there was like, I don't know what it's called, there was like a thing and they did talk about how they use the gas and use that to power as energy.
So they use the excess to power some of the other stations and stuff.
And then there was like debates about like a desalination plant to like filter everything, but like that uses more energy, so they're trying to just find it suitable.
How many people are involved in the program? Is it something?
It's all 150 United students.
And so you go on a rotation basis?
Yeah, so we have 7 classes.
We have 7 classes, so
And it's 2, 2, 3.
and you just rotate each term, and then in term 4 we're going on the big experience, which is where you go overseas at 3 weeks. 3 weeks where we're going to Thailand, Laos, and Cambodia
To help, and we're building a house in just like some of the more like poorer parts and stuff to help with, and we're also helping with like homeless kids and stuff like that.